The government is very worried about Andrew Tate at the moment. A big initiative has already been made across the United Kingdom to re-educate children in school on him.
So why is it that Andrew Tate has had so much impact? What is it about his videos that give the perception of him being so popular?
Because at first, seemingly, his most videos are like, he might have like a funny joke at the beginning, but as you watch more and more of his videos, his radical views develop and it kind of like seeps into your mind.
The British Broadcasting Corporation, which is funded by the government and is the largest media outlet in the UK, also just released an article on Andrew, explaining how parents should talk to their child about him and what steps schools are taking to deal with the issue. I don't think people realise how serious this is that the government has just stepped in and actually spoken about Andrew Tate in Parliament.
Reported that schools across the UK are in crisis as the effects of online influencer Andrew Tate's vile misogyny infiltrates our classrooms and society. Teachers are now having to develop their own resources to re-educate boys who are being brainwashed online by his deeply toxic messaging. The Prime Minister has been too slow to recognise this damage this is causing. What has he done? What is his government doing to tackle this misogyny, this incel culture and the radicalisation of young men in this country? And will he commit to giving teachers the resources that they need to address this problem head on?
In my opinion, school is one of the government's biggest non-combative weapons, and it has been this way for a very long time. Once Japan was defeated in World War II, pretty much the first thing the US government did was introduce a nationwide re-education system which aimed to push the country's youth into pacifism and anti-nationalist viewpoints, something which had a very large impact on the country and literally shaped the future of Japan. We can even go further back to when the Europeans arrived in America. They often attempted to convert the natives religiously, and some schools were even set up for the children, all with the goal of trying to get the indigenous population to conform to their ways so they could more easily control them. My point is the government is very aware that if you can control what the youth thinks, then you have won. Whilst I'm not comparing the Nazis at all to the UK's education system, this is merely an example of how powerful an education system could be. The Nazis managed to brainwash the youth so much of schooling that they would literally turn their own parents in for supporting Jews and get them executed or sent to jail. The fact that they are introducing this education system into schools shows how seriously they are taking Andrew Tate. What do you guys think about this?